Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta let you know this video was brought to you by Manscaped. Big Manscaped in the building, man. Offering up lawnmower 4.0s, 3.0s. A lot of people got them for Christmas. Shout out to y'all. Using code Brunson, save 20% off. Get the free shipping, and the free shipping, I fought for that for y'all. Make sure you tap in with my people at Manscaped, bro. They always bringing the heat, and you know they've been rocking with us for a very, very long time over here, man. Very thankful for the sponsors of Manscaped. Listen, man. Let's talk about it real quick, man. The Eagles, the Eagles in prime position. Eagles in prime position. It got me feeling good. It got me feeling really, really good. Listen, everything is right in front of us. All we got to do is continue on the steady road. A lot of people start to put respect on our names now. I don't even want it at this point because the job isn't done. What does Jalen Hurts say? That's rat poison. I'm not listening to rat poison right now. We got to worry about Washington and taking care of Washington. There's a couple things that need to take place for us to be able to clinch after this win in Washington. The Vikings got to fall to Green Bay, which I believe is going to happen. And I believe the 49ers have to win. It's so weird that the 49ers have to win. You know, that was a team I was looking at trying to catch for real. Because we right there with them. But the 49ers got to win somewhere away. But it is what it is, though. Yeah, man, listen. Let's think about this for a second. Miles Sanders breaks his hand. Presumably, probably done for the rest of the season. The Philadelphia Eagles bring back Kerryon Johnson to the practice squad. Now, this lets you know how deep we were. They brought him back to the practice squad, meaning that Gainwell going to have to step up. Gainwell is going to have to step up. But is he really going to have to step up? Boston Scott could tote the rock at a high clip. Jordan Howard could tote the rock at a high clip. You know what I'm saying? And I believe Kenneth Gainwell can as well. My thing with Kenneth Gainwell is I think he could be a little loose with the ball, but he's a rookie. He's still figuring it out. Almost anybody can. Listen, I don't want Kerryon Johnson to end up stuck on the practice squad. Because if Gainwell ain't giving us, this is the thing. Jordan Howard was on the practice squad for so long. 7 weeks he was on the practice squad. You know what I mean? Anybody in the National Football League should be able to run behind this offensive line. But it takes cohesiveness. So I'm glad that, the coaching staff are going to keep the guys together that's been running behind the line as opposed to, bringing Kerryon Johnson up immediately. But he is valuable. He's valuable. He can give you something, man. Boston Scott can too. Gainwell can too. We know Jordan Howard is probably going to be the RB1 for the rest of the season. But, we've seen the team perform well without Miles Sanders. We've seen the team perform well without, Jordan Howard. You know what I mean? We just blessed to have the offensive line talent that we got, man, in my opinion, man. I couldn't be happier, man. But, this is a great signing for the Philadelphia Eagles. A great guy to have, a great ace to have in the back pocket. If things go left and you need to elevate another running back up. Because, guys can get nicked up. You gotta be smart about this, man. These COVID protocols are wild. I just saw Carson, not the protocols, but the COVID situation in general. I just saw Carson Wentz, he's probably going to miss this game. A lot of uproar about. Imagine if Carson Wentz was a Philadelphia Eagle, and we're in this week, and we just got to win a couple more games, and he's not vaccinated, and he pops up with COVID, and when you're not vaccinated, you automatically can't play on Sunday if you get it on a Tuesday. You know what I mean? Imagine the uproar from the city, man. So I'm not saying he's selfish. I mean, it's his personal decision, but that's what's going on with Carson Wentz. Luckily, we got our 75% of the snaps. We got our first round pick, so I'm not going to really worry about that. Some interesting stuff that I'm hearing, though, about, some rumors, and shout out to Kara. Kara, one of the Eagles supporters heavily in the community, she, threw this at me, man. She said, did you hear Jonathan Gannon gaining head coach interest? I said, who said that? Then she sent it to me. I did some research. It's true. Teams are actually, looking at Jonathan Gannon, interested if he could be a head coach or not. I'm like, man, that might be good news for us. Because maybe we can get another defensive coordinator in here, that's going to use guys to their strengths every week instead of when you see a dominant passer across from them cowering and giving, yardage of separation. You know what I mean? Maybe we get somebody who's going to blitz from the rip. Use guys at their strengths, but, Jonathan Gannon has been so underwhelming to me, man. It's really been a dark spot of the season for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's been a defensive coordinator for me, man. And it's like, man, if people want him to be the head coach, I'm all for it, man, because you definitely could upgrade at defensive coordinator, in my opinion, man. So, best of luck to him if he leave next season. But, he here right now, and, the team is playing good as of now defensively. And, they responding to a lot of stuff that a lot of people had to say. It comes down to, how bad do we want it? We were 2-5. No Philadelphia Eagles team in the history. We were 2-5 12 times in our franchise history. It's not a lot for a franchise that's been around as long as us. You know what I mean? It's not a lot. And we have never made the playoffs starting off 2-5. We got a chance to do it. It's in our hands. We don't need nobody to lose. We just got to keep winning. I believe with a win over Washington, we most likely in this thing, man. Unless another upset happens somewhere. But I wholeheartedly believe that at 4 o'clock tomorrow, 4:30 or whatever, 8 o'clock tomorrow, Sunday, the Philadelphia Eagles will be in the playoffs. Now, what does that mean if we clinch? If we clinch, a playoff spot this upcoming Sunday. What does that mean for Week 17 in Dallas? Do we rest our guys? I think you definitely got to rest Jalen Hurts. If we clinch, you got to rest Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is not 100%. Jalen Hurts needs the rest, but I also feel like Jalen Hurts needs the reps. Now, do you bring out your starters and play against a Dallas Cowboys team in Philly if the Dallas Cowboys are trying to, get that top spot? It's so many things that can make you have to bring your starters out there week one. One thing being, what if the Philadelphia Eagles have a date already lined up with Dallas? And the only thing that can screw up that date is if we lose or win against Dallas. Dallas would much rather beat us week 17 than play us. I'm telling you, man, nobody wants to play a division rival for the third time, and the third time being the playoff time. Nobody wants to do that. I'm sorry. If the Dallas Cowboys got to beat us, and play their starters so they can go play a weak Arizona team or something like that, then they got to go ahead and do what they got to do. But I'm just ready for all the smoke. I can't wait for the playoffs to come, man. Kerryon Johnson, welcome back. Very familiar face. We know what you do. We know your body at work from, training camp. We know what you bring to the table, man. We glad to have you. We're going to need all hands on deck for this stretch, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. A lot of people said we wouldn't even be in this position. So far, this season is a success. 8-7. A lot of people said we was going to win 4 games. A lot of people said it was over for us weeks ago. And look where we at, y'all. We here ready to reclaim what's ours, and that's the NFC champion. I mean, that's getting back to the playoffs. That's getting back to the playoffs. Let's reclaim. Listen, getting to the playoffs is nothing new to me. I don't know about how everybody else feel. It's not new to me going to the playoffs. That's these other teams who is new too. It's not new to us, man. Check the recent years, man. We've been getting to the playoffs a lot. Check since the year 2000. Who's won more playoff games in the NFC than the Philadelphia Eagles? Nobody. A couple teams tied. This success isn't new. Now we got some hungry veterans who want another taste of something, bro. And if we get in the playoffs, somebody in that first round going to get treated to something that they don't want to get treated to. Let me know what you're thinking. Before we go, I got to remind you all that I know we haven't been doing a lot of lunchtime with the bullies, but we will be doing Goat Talk with the bullies tomorrow at 12. Me and my guy Philly Mike, what up?